the eighth person to play and coach in the Final Four, Ncaa.
Coach, you told us yesterday you have to match their physicality and rebound the basketball. How would you assess, have you done that so far?
I think we've done all right so far. I mean, we gave up a few early, and the thing is, they're going to get a couple. You have to continue to play. So they got their first one that way. I thought we did a better job after that.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
All right, thanks, Jim.
89 wins Ncaa has in his first 3 seasons. That's tied for the most in Division I history.
Well, Ncaa has done a magnificent job with his Duke basketball program since he took over when Mike Krzyzewski retired after 40-plus years at the helm. There he is right there. 5 national championships. I can't even count all the Final Fours.
18 of them. Good to see Houston 3 of 15 from the field, a couple of turnovers. Pryor in and out.
It's almost like the timeout rules ice the shooter. Duke's been getting into the paint against Houston. The Cougars have not been able to get into the paint against Duke.
Foster kicks it out. Mason Gillis is in for the Blue Devils. That pass stolen. Roberts missed the layup. Put too much sauce on it.
I'm surprised that Juwan Roberts just didn't take that into Duncan. He was able to get the deflection and take it the other way. Tyrese Proctor just with a little flyby, but take it into Duncan. He tried to get the ball past him and just lay it in with the left hand. He is left-handed.
Foster drives and he will go to the line.
Right now, Duke, they're not running any ball screen action. What they're trying to do is spread out this Houston team and drive them individually and then draw help and play out of that. Now, they've run several different actions, but if you can take somebody off the dribble and get into the paint and draw help, that's a lot better than running a ball screen and then getting trapped and having to play out of that.
Fouls on using. There's the sophomore Caleb Foster there at the line. From North Carolina, a 66% free throw shooter. Missed them both. Malik Brown tips it out to Knipple, who lays it in.
Malik Brown, who transferred in from Syracuse, he is so good at getting his hands on the basketball. Just tipped that, kept it alive after the miss, and it turns into 2 points for Knipple. Great play by Malik Brown, who's also an outstanding defender.
Yeah, Coach Shire calls him a defensive menace. How about Mason Gillis getting on the floor? Gillis, the first guy to play consecutive Final Fours with different teams. Of course, he was with Purdue last season.
Brown keeps that ball alive. It goes to Knipple, who gets the easy bucket. And then Duke knocking the ball out of the hands of Joseph Tugler.
7-point lead for the Blue Devils. Houston with a timeout. We'll be back.
The NBA playoffs are here, and it's about to be ridiculous, unbelievable, unfair, downright nasty, straight up, can't miss, don't win, grab your popcorn and strap in soon. This isn't about who's next. This is about who's now. This time is different. Call it b-ball.
The Super Bowl champion has been crowned the greatest Eagles team in modern history.
Have the post-Super Bowl withdrawals gotten any better?
But NFL Blitz still brings it each and every week.
There'll be a lot for us to talk about in the coming months.
Breaking news and analysis.
Where should Detroit put its offseason priorities?
In the NFL, there's no offseason.
Lots is going to happen between now and then.
NFL Blitz, Thursdays on ESPN and ESPN2. This month on ESPN. Who will have their big shiny moment? There is no slowing down in the thrilling NBA playoffs. The MLB season is heating up.
We are
excited about what we're going to see tonight.
A world-class roster of fighters steps into the AEW ring. And in the Octagon, a title is up for grabs.
Look at that. Outstanding, sir.
This is it on ESPN. UFC 314 on ESPN. The greatest is back.
The biggest moment of the fight.
And he's ready to reclaim his throne in a showdown for the vacant featherweight title.
Let's do, baby.
Alexander Volkanovski looks to shatter the championship dreams of Diego Lopez. And in the prelims, an explosive featherweight clash kicks off the action as Dan Ige takes on Sean Woodson. UFC 314, Sunday on ESPN.
We played over 9 minutes here in the first half. It is Duke with a 7-point lead over Houston. The winner heads to the national championship game. This Duke squad here with so many talented young players. They've got some good veterans there. It's Coach Shire coaching them up. 37 years old. Just the third person to play and coach in the Final Four and do it at his alma mater. And this young man here, Mason Gillis, the first person and player to play in consecutive Final Fours with different teams.
Bob Bender, who played at Indiana in 1976, transferred to Duke, played in the national championship game in 1978, is the first player to play in 2 title games with different schools.
Pitch falls to the sophomore. Didn't Knipple off a screen. He's got it now.
Really good defense by Emmanuel Sharp to take away that drive.
5. Foster. Nope. Brown, the follow, yes.
Off the drive, when you draw a shot blocker, that opens up an offensive glass for Malik Brown, who has had that injured shoulder. But if he can play minutes, that makes Duke such a better defensive team. Leads the Duke team in deflections, gets a lot of steals. But right now, Houston cannot get anything in the paint.
Cryer lost it off his foot to Juwan Roberts. Malik Brown digs it out, and it will go to Duke.
Well, there's Malik Brown getting his hand on the basketball yet again. Juwan Roberts trying to drop step and get to that right hand. It just takes the dribble toward the middle. That's just he just lost his balance, and those great hands of Malik Brown knocked it off of Juwan Roberts.
Where are they going to get some scoring from? Because Milos Uzan on the bench, he's got 2 fouls. 0-4 from the field, too.
Duke doing a great job keeping the ball in the middle of the floor.
Knipple drives the baseline. Shot it too strong. Proctor, kick out. His 3 no good. Knipple got it. Back to Proctor. Drives this time. His shot no good. Roberts comes away with it for Houston.
For those offensive rebounds, Duke got a number of shots at that.
And Gillis is going to foul Sharp.
There were bodies flying on that last possession. Now Duke able to substitute and bring in 3 starters along with Isaiah Evans to get some fresh bodies back on the floor and more offensively oriented. Isaiah Evans, just a freshman, can really shoot the ball. He had 6 threes in the first half when Duke played Auburn early in the season.
Here's Sharp. 9 minutes to play until the half.
Give him a little zone look.
Sharp off the glass, no. Roberts shot rejected, but a foul.
Well, that ball was going up, so it's not going to be a goaltend call, but a great offensive rebound by Juwan Roberts on the weak side.
Call that one on Ncaa James. So here's Juwan Roberts at the line, 62% free throw shooter. Fifth season in Houston.
He's just had a great career, one of the all-time winners in this Houston Cougar program. They played a number of years in the American Athletic Conference, then they moved to the Big 12. Last 2 years, Houston's won the Big 12 outright. And this year won both the Big 12 regular season crown and the tournament crown.
1 of 2. Lead is 8 for Duke. James. To Flag. Inside to Malawat. His shot is blocked.
What a play by Juwan Roberts, and Tugler in there as well. Roberts did a great job guarding that drive.
Sharp from deep.
That's what Houston needed to take the lid off, and you're right, deep. That's where Emmanuel Sharp shoots from, and he gets that thing off quickly. It is unorthodox, but it goes in at a high rate.
Shoots 41% from distance. Gillis 3 is short. Here comes Cryer.
Good pass.
Corner 3. No good. Batted around. It's Cryer who comes away with it. Inside to Roberts. Working on Flag. Got it.
Well, that was just strength by Juwan Roberts getting to that left hand.
Timeout Duke. Six-0 run by the Cougars.
Houston has not been shooting the ball well, and it's been difficult to get into the paint. But Emmanuel Sharp, when he catches it, there's no distance too far. And Roberts, he wants to get to that left hand, and ultimately does. Great footwork and great strength.
The NBA playoffs are here, and it's about to be ridiculous, unbelievable, unfair, downright nasty, straight up, can't miss, don't win, grab your popcorn and strap in city. This isn't about who's next. This is about who's now. This time is different. Call it b-ball.
Welcome to the show. Buckle up. It's about to get loud here. The one with unimaginable power. Wow. Unreal stuff. And endless entertainment. Unbelievable. Where young trailblazers bring big speed, big swag, and big personalities. That's what I'm talking about. Welcome to MLB's best. Cardinals, Red Sox. On Sunday Night Baseball. Monday on ESPN.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a...
The Cavs have taken a tremendous leap this season.
The Wolves were coming. The race for the postseason, it has never been tighter.
This time is different. Cavs, Pacers, Wolves, Grizzlies on ESPN.
This month on ESPN, who will have their big shiny moment? There is no slowing down in the thrilling NBA playoffs. The MLB season is heating up.
We are excited about what we're going to see tonight.
A world-class roster of fighters steps into the AEW ring. And in the Octagon, a title is up for grabs.
Look at that. Outstanding, sir.
This is April on ESPN.
6-0 run by the Houston Cougars. 3-point lead for the Duke Blue Devils just moments ago. Tracy Wolfson with the Houston head coach, Kelvin Sampson.
You got something going there, but some struggles offensively. What is Duke doing to get you out of rhythm?
Well, they're really good defensively. We're trying to get go have some matches that we like, matchups that we like. We got some guys playing uncharacteristically tight, but you got to stay with your guys. I mean, I've been with them all year. We're going to keep going at it and stay where we are. It's a long game. Just because we get down early means nothing to us. We've been here before.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Your coach, you think he's talking about Cryer, Ncaa, those guys?
He's talking about everybody.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to get anything going offensively. They're 5 of 20 from the field. But yet, because they've done such a good job on the offensive glass, they're only down a bucket right now. So I don't think things could have gone worse shooting-wise. But still, their defense, their rebounding is keeping Houston within striking distance.
Right now, it's shooting, as Jay pointed out, 25% from the field. Lowest field goal percentage in the first half was 30% against Purdue. That was in the Sweet 16 of this tournament thus far for Houston. Nine on the shot clock for Cooper Flag. Inside, Ncaa James. Goes up with the left hand. Nope. Juan Roberts comes away with it. Here comes L.J. Cryer.
A great challenge inside by Houston. They are so difficult to score over.
Seven minutes to play. Roberts attacks Malawatch. No. And here's Arsenal with the offensive board. Fade blocked by Cooper Flag.
And Flag has such great timing and such great length. What an outstanding defender he is. But Houston just keeps the ball alive on the offensive glass. If they can't grab it, they keep it alive for a teammate to grab it.
Here's Flag. Backs down Cryer. Fade. Jumper. No. Knipple tips it out of bounds. It'll go to Houston.
Cooper Flag on the defensive end just goes right up and is able to block this shot by Terrence Arsenault. He's trying to fade away, but beautifully timed by Flag. That would have been one where shot fake might have helped. Shot fake and a step through. Duke is just switching everything. You really have to attack these switches.
Here's Sharp. Malawatch picks him up. And stolen by James. Duke has missed their last 7 shots. Inside the Malawatch, and he rocks the rim.
Such a threat when he rolls to the basket. Malawatch 7'2", long arms and great hands. And after he sets this ball screen, just slips right to the basket. And Cooper Flag able to see right over the top of L.J. Cryer. Backed him up a bit. Emmanuel Sharp just a little bit late getting there from the weak side. Nothing he could do.
Started playing basketball at the age of 13. Product of that NBA academy in Africa. 2 years ago, Coach Blake Caraway went over there to go watch him play. And that's when he and Coach Shire said, that's a guy we've got to have in this program. Lead is 6. Coming to about 5:30 until the half.
Duke doing a great job of staying in front of the ball, really protecting the paint.
Terrence Arsenault missed it, air ball. Malik Wilson comes up with it, but 4 on the shot clock. And Malik Brown. What a defensive menace he is.
His hands are just phenomenal. And even missing so many games leads the Duke team in deflections. It's hard to play. That went off of Brown. That was just a missed call.
Yeah. Proctor off the screen. Banks it in.
Not sure he called bank on that, but it doesn't really matter. Went in.
8-point lead for Duke, under 5 to play. Pulls up, missed everything.
Boy, these are incredibly difficult twos that Duke is forcing Houston into. When Houston gets the ball into the paint off the drive, they are driving into a crowd. And when you have to pivot and take a fadeaway shot over length, that has made it really, really difficult for Houston. Duke has protected its paint very, very effectively.
Made it worse for Houston. They've got 5 field goals, 6 turnovers here in this first half thus far.
Screen, re-screen action to get it to Continental.
Foster. Nope. And here come the Cougars. Pryor. Slip to Sharp. His three's no good. Foster got the board.
And Duke Stars getting down and rebounding. It's a 5-man job on the defensive glass against Houston because they're such a great offensive rebounding team.
Here's Flag. Trying to work on Pryor. To Knippel. Corner 3. Yes!
And that ball movement just phenomenal. Sooner or later, you are going to find an open man. And when that open man is Knippel, he is an elite three-point shooter.
8-0 run, largest lead so far for Duke in this game.
And really it's been spearheaded by the defense. Duke's defense has been spectacular in this first half.
Roberts spins and rocks the rim.
This is a high-powered Duke offense, and Houston's held them to 26 points with 3 minutes to go, but Houston's only got 17.
Here's Flag working on Roberts. Inside to Malik Brown.
And sooner or later, he's going to find a cutter. If you make any mistake defensively, Cooper Flag has such a great court sense, leads this Duke team in assists in just about every other category. What a fantastic basketball player he is.
Roberts was asking for it. Arsenal throws it inside. And Javier Francis will go to the line.
Duke's ball movement on this possession, getting it into the paint, kicking it out. As the defense recovers, they throw it around the horn. You can't get to everybody. And Knippel knocks down the 3. And then Cooper Flag, you draw a couple defenders. He's going to find the open man for an easy one.
Our daddy was an evil man. We love you too. It has that evil down to us. I ain't never saw no demons. No ghosts. No magic.
Who we gonna kill every last one of you?
Open the door, Smith.
This can't be real. That ain't your brother.
Sinners in cinemas April 17. Yeah, the NBA playoffs are here, and it's about to be ridiculous, unbelievable, unfair, downright nasty, straight up, can't miss, don't win. Grab your popcorn and strap in city. This isn't about who's next. This is about who's now. This time is different. Call it b-ball.
To all of these men, I want to say that football is not just a game, it's a way of life. And that each man must make a personal commitment to excellence and to victory. And instead must be moved with all of one's might and all of one's effort. This is what I believe football is all about. This is why it's a great game.
The Ncaa, driving change to do more for today's student athletes. The Ncaa programs deliver $4 billion in scholarships every year. Those D1 scholarships are now guaranteed. Health and well-being services are mandatory. Student athletes get tutoring as well as financial literacy coaching because almost everyone is going pro in something other than sports. The Ncaa, driving change to do more for today's student athletes.
From San Antonio, fifth time they've been the side of the Final Four, and it's the Duke Blue Devils over the Houston Cougars in the first half, about 2:30 until the half, as we take a look at our game summary. And over the span of a minute, Jay, Cooper Flagg had a bucket, a rebound, an assist, and a block. Right now he's got 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal.
Just so impactful and stuffs the stat sheet in every category. But really the most impressive thing about this game thus far from a Duke perspective is their defense. I mean, to hold Houston to 17 points with a little over 2.5 to go in the first half is phenomenal defense. Duke has just shut the paint off, and they've really contested every shot. And I can't think of more than one shot, maybe a transition bucket, that hasn't been contested. Everything in the half court, there's been a hand up, and every shot has been difficult.
Javier Francis, the senior out of New Orleans, at the line, shooting 2, 71% free throw shooter on the season.
Really, this is an important 2 minutes, 36 seconds in this game. Houston does not want to let Duke extend this lead. Actually, Houston needs to cut into it going into the second half. They've been offensively challenged in this first half, and you give a lot of that credit to Duke's defense.
It's a 9-point advantage. Trying to stick tight to Knipple is Emmanuel Sharp. Here's Flagg. Flagg drives, left hand off the glass. Nope. Malawatch tipped it. Flagg got it back. Goes up, flips it up and in. What a shot!
Give credit to Kaman Malawatch for keeping that ball alive. That looked like after that initial miss that Houston was going to grab that rebound. But Malawatch kept it alive. And ultimately, when it came back to Flagg, you don't see Flagg miss those very often. But what a spectacular finish on the other side of the basket and the foul.
Completes the and one. 12-point lead for Duke. 2 minutes until the half.
Dalton Sampson has come back with Milo Suzan even with those fouls. Can't let this game get away.
Crazy thing about Houston was they've had so many wire-to-wire victories. As Pryor knocks down that corner 3.
A great job to relocate into the corner. Tyrese Proctor right there with a hand in the face of L.J. Pryor. That was a big-time shot from the corner.
Here's Proctor. Throws it up to Malawatch. And he's fouled there by Joseph Tugler.
When Malawatch sets that screen, and Tyrese Proctor comes off of it, it is so hard to be able to help on that and then recover to a lob. That lob threat with Kaman Malawatch is so effective. Watch how he sets this screen. You help up, trying to stop the ball, then you got to recover, and Joseph Tugler is a great defender. But there's very little chance you can do that without fouling.
That first one is short. Again, didn't start playing basketball until the age of 13. And already, coaches just rave about his basketball IQ.
And where's number 9 on our Blue Band? And playing on the South Sudan Olympic team with this last Olympics.
One of 2, lead is 10. Houston got it. 3.
We'll use the ball screen. Malawatch trying to switch off. Just the step back That's a big play for Ncaa. He needed to stop.
He needed it. First 3 of the game. He's been averaging 15, especially with the last 5 games to Houston. Here's Flag. Working on Robert. Under a minute. Gives it to Malawatch. And he will go to the line again.
Well, a lot of dribbling from Cooper Flag, but once he got baseline, Malawatch just came right down the middle. Here's the ball screen up top. Malawatch in drop coverage. And once Caleb Foster was able to recover, Ncaa just with that step back to knock down the 3.
Ncaa James will check back in. So too will Xavier Francis. Good touch by Malawatch. Will have a seat. He'll be replaced by Malik Brown. Here's Cryer. He pulls up. And he knocks that one down.
That was right over Malik Brown with his long arms. And Duke right now may be able to take the last shot of the half.
12 for Cryer. 6-point lead.
Looks like they're gonna bring a ball screen and let Flag go one-on-one.
Proctor, triple, short.
Well, this is a good end of the half for Houston to get this down to 6. Those were big shots by L.J. Cryer and Milos Ncaa.
So we played 20 minutes. Ncaa with 12. L.J. Cryer with 12. But it's Duke with a 6-point hold as we head to the half. The winner will play Florida in the national championship. Tracy Wilson with Ncaa.